Welcome back to Cottage Designs by Erin, where today I have a special surprise for you. I have yet another Missouri Star in the Bolt mystery box to show you. So with it being the new year, I decided to buy another mystery box to see if there was something new in there. And also I have figured out whatever season you are into, if you order out of season, like say you want Christmas fabric or you want Halloween fabric, if you wait several months after that season, the Missouri Star box mystery box will include some of that fabric in the box because that's what they had cut last. And so I did go ahead and buy a box. I also have another reason for doing this. I am going to start teaching a sewing class in August. Excuse my voice, it's still not 100%. I'm going to be teaching a sewing class in August to my special education students, and I don't have a budget really for that. So I have purchased some of these mystery boxes in hopes that I'll have a variety of fabric that the kids can pick from to make their projects. I also have another plan. I would like to start making project bags for cross stitchers. They are a huge, huge sensation right now, and they cost the earth. I mean, $25 to $65 for one bag. And I'm like, what? I mean, I don't want to pay that for a bag when I can make my own. But the best bags have matching fabrics or novelty fabrics, which really make them. So as you can see, I purchased this box, and I'm going to move the camera to my hands now. We're going to see what's in here. So exciting. Oh, also I should say I've started on Valentine's Day doll clothes for my shop, Cottage Designs by Erin on Etsy. This is a recent finish. This was very difficult to make because it's only 4.5 inches long. So those of you that follow my shop and buy doll clothing for me, keep checking back because I will have more finished for you by January 1st. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera to the box now. Don't want to shake anything up here. Ta-da! This is what came in. So put my glasses on and we'll see what we have. I'm sorry for the mess behind me. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Victoria Nelson, Advocate for Art, fabric for Robert Kaufman. Oh, wow. So colorful. Very pretty. And now this would be nice pillow backing for any cross stitch items that I might finish. I do love fall fabric. I like warm colors in comparison to cool colors, so I think that's probably why I like that. Here is, it feels like a piece of linen. Interesting, feels like a piece of linen. Sort of nice in a flax color. We've got a purple. Very pretty. It's blue and white. Kind of different design. Not crazy about that, but it might be a nice background, especially for a snowy scene. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. A batik. Very nice. See how big that is, because it looks like a very, very generous piece. So if you don't know how these mystery boxes work, I think I paid $113 for this box. Oh my gosh, look at the inside of that. Oh, that's so pretty. I paid $113 for a box full. You get very, very, very large, generous pieces. And it's totally worth it because you could not buy all these by the yard for less than $100. There's no way. There's no way. Okay, here's a green. I need to maybe get on some stained glass quilts. I bought patterns for those, but I haven't made one yet. So this is Stonehenge Gradations. Very beautiful. Look at that deep, deep green. a viewer wrote me and said, don't open every single piece. But, I mean, you kind of want to get the gist. Here's another, this looks like another Stonehenge piece. Or batik, it's a batik. Oh, Thanksgiving fabric. I don't have any of that. Oh my goodness, wouldn't this be a pretty fussy cut table runner? Oh my gosh. Robert Kaufman, again, Victoria Nelson, advocate of art. Oh my goodness, look at the rich colors on that. So beautiful. And again, it'd be an awesome pillow backing for a cross-stitch pillow. Table runner. Whatever you want to use it for. This is kind of wild. Here's the Kaffe fabric. The last box I got, I hit the Kaffe mother load. So I can add this to that. Maybe it would come up with something unique. I love purple. Purple quilts are some of my favorites, honestly. Okay. Oh, here's a black and white newspaper print. I've actually been wanting some of this. This is by Riley Blake Designs. It's got sad irons on it. That's adorable. Very nice. Nice solid gray. A nice solid cream, always good for backgrounds. Oh, this I would not use. It's a buck, or not a buck. Look again, Erin. It's a moose. This is way too masculine for me, but somebody might want it. Naturescapes. Very pretty. Pretty, but not my preferred style. Oh my. Oh, is it polar bears? Oh my goodness. How beautiful. See, these are things I would never buy myself. I would never ever spend money and pick this out, but it's so wonderful. Bernitex Art Polar Attitude. Oh my. Oh, look at the penguins and the polar bears. Oh, that is so beautiful. Surely I can do something with that. No, that would even be pretty pillowcases for my grandsons. They'd like that. I know what you're thinking. You said that 2 boxes ago, Erin. I still have not made any pillowcases, but I hope to. Oh, I can tell everybody looking. This is another Kaffe. Look at that. Oh my gosh, his colors are always so breathtaking. Yep. Sure enough, there's his name. It's upside down, but it's on there. Let's see how big this is. Oh, beautiful. It's almost like an abstract water lilies. Okay, some kind of black and white. Oh, I don't know. It's got math. I mean, this is not going to turn me on, but it's got. I might give this one my math girls in the math department at work. Look at that. It's got angles, all that stuff. All that stuff that I hated in school. Oh my. This is stunning. Dragonflies. Bernitex. Oh, the colors are magnificent. Very pretty. I actually have a pattern for a dragonfly stained glass quilt That'd be pretty borders. And there's a beautiful purple that goes with it. Now, this is one thing I will say about ordering these boxes. They always try to put some light colors into blenders. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pieces of fabric. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 33 pieces of fabric in this box. And we are nowhere near looking at all of it. Okay, so let's see what we have next. Just a solid white, which is always nice to have. Oh, here's that looks like Stonehenge again. Let's see. It doesn't say that it is, but it certainly looks like that. It's a modeled background piece. Oh, some Winnie the Pooh Tigger. I use these novelty prints for charity quilts for children. That's precious. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is this? Ah. Riley Blake Designs. Riley Blake is some of my favorite fabric. Look at these churches and houses. And oh my gosh. Where's the church at? Right there. There is nothing like a country church. Here on this side, there's a little steeple. How beautiful. Ooh, I might cross stitch something and then use that for, make a wall quilt out of it. I'm all about cross stitch right now. I picked it back up after 20 years and I'm just so absolutely thrilled to be doing it again. That's a very big, generous piece of that. Of course, I can never get them folded the way they came. It's a solid white. A batik gold. Great for fall. Oh man, a really thick, beautiful teal. Texas Longhorns. I don't know anything about that. Texas Longhorns. Sorry, I don't know anything about football. Oh, we got some bear fabric. Oh, again, it's rustic. Moose and a bear. Pretty. Oh, I see a doll dress in the future coming out of this. Look at that beautiful little bright sunshiny yellow with bubblegum pink polka dots. Let's see if it says who makes this. Free Spirit. Tula Pinks. Ooh, I like that. That's going to be a perfect Jenny doll dress. Right scale and everything. Another solid broadcloth. Denim and Daisies by Joanna Figueroa. Oh, Moda Fabric Fig Tree Company. Ooh, that's pretty. Definitely put that in the blue and white quilt I'm working on. More football fabric. This time Tennessee. Beautiful brown. Solid beige. More of the same fabric. Moda, April Rosenthal, Prairie Grass Patterns. Oh, beautiful blue. Oh, I do love a blue, but I don't love a blue as much as my daughter loves a blue. My daughter's all about blue. Oh, this is very pretty. That's probably also Moda. Let's look. Well, it's not marked, but it certainly does look like Moda to me. And then a solid tan. So what do I not like? I'm not going to like the football fabric, but I never ever waste anything. So that will be donated. I'm not crazy about the wildlife fabric because I'm not that rustic. Again, it will not be wasted. But, oh my goodness, all this other stuff is to die for. I mean, this alone, this huge piece of this Christmas fabric is just too wonderful for words. And then we have the children's novelty print. Let's see if I can get this all back in here. Okay, and these were all on the other side. Of course, they weren't in there like that, Erin. Oh, I tell you what, getting one of these boxes is just like Christmas. Okay, so clearly I messed up the pretty, but I did get it all back in there. Okay, so let's talk about future plans. So I just want to say thank you so much to all of you that continue to come back and watch my channel. It just warms my heart, really, to think that somebody's actually watching me. I mean, who am I? I'm not anybody, you know, but I have a deep and profound passion for creativity and doing what I do. And I always feel like I can bring that out in other people, you know. And so in the future, in 2025, I've already bought a new agenda for my classroom. I bought a new workout book for the gym. And I love to plan and plot and write all my goals for the future. I'm a huge goal setter. I always have been. And I love school supplies. And I just love that. I also bought this year a stitching calendar called Book of Days. I'd never heard of that before, but all the other cross stitchers are using it. I'm like, I need that, because that way then I can keep track of my cross stitch, my projects separately. Next weekend, I hope to next weekend have a huge floss tube for you. I've got a couple of finished pieces to pick up from Hobby Lobby that have been framed, and I've got other projects that have been started. I'm really dreading going back to work, and it's not because I dislike my job. I love my job, and I especially love my students. I have excellent students this year. They're all so sweet and don't give me a lot of problems. I mean, I don't have behavior problems at this point in time, and I hope it stays that way. But I'm dreading going back to work because it cuts into my sewing time. All I want to do is be creative. I want to make quilts. I want to make doll clothes. I want to cross stitch. I want to embroider. I want to make clothing. I mean, my mind never shuts off. In fact, sometimes at night I have a difficult time sleeping only because I'm thinking of the next thing I want to make, or the next pattern I want to buy, or, you know, I'm always on to the next. And cross stitching is good for me because I have found that it forces me to stay in the moment and practice mindfulness. And that's something I struggle with. Sometimes I can be very sporadic, and I'm that person that will put her keys in the refrigerator because I had something else on my mind at that moment, and I put my keys down to get a drink, and now I can't find my keys. So I need to practice mindfulness. Going to the gym helps me with that. And of course, oh, my precious grandbabies. Oh my gosh, they're my heart. Well, I could just cry. Yesterday, I spent the afternoon with Grace, Josephine. She's 19 months old now. She no longer has her feeding tube. Thank you, God, for that. And she's healthy, and she's a normal little toddler. She just runs around everywhere. And now she has started this funny thing. She refers to herself in third person. So she got that bitty baby for Christmas that I made the last doll quilt for. And she goes and she gets in her little rocking chair, and she rocks that baby, and she pats it. And oh my gosh, if that is not precious. And she's been doing that since she's 16 months old. She's been carrying around the baby. And but then she gets in her chair and she can't get out. She says, Grace stuck. Grace stuck. And then she puts her little chubby arms up. And then her bigger brother, who's 5, goes and gets her out of the rocking chair. And I mean, it is just a hoot all day long over there. I tell my daughter she needs a reality show. because something is always happening. Either the dog needs attention, both boys need attention who are 5 and 7, or Grace needs attention, or the cows need attention, the eggs need to be gathered. I mean, it is nonstop go out there. But I enjoy the environment. She lives in a very peaceful plot of land with no neighbors on, I think it's 10 or 12 acres. And I like going out there and spending my time with the kids. So my daughter's like, Mom, I'm following you on Facebook and I saw what you're doing. You have started cross-stitching again. Well, my daughter is a minimalist and she gets rid of everything. I mean, right now she's on 100 items to get out of her home in January. By the end of January, 100 items gone with the wind. And I think it's great. I think it's great that she lives like that. But she tried to get me to get rid of my cross-stitch items. I'm like, Taylor, I'm not going to do that because I never know when I'm going to want to pick it back up. It all costs money and I like it. So I'm not getting rid of it. She's like, okay, so now listen, Mom, don't go psycho because I know how you are. You will buy every pattern known to mankind and you will drive yourself crazy trying to get everything done. She said, let me remind you that you have next to no wall space and I have 0 wall space. So she said, don't be going out and get a big bunch of huge things framed because we don't have room. So I said, okay, give me a project. What can I do? Give me the green light to do something. She's like, well, I really like that Christmas ornament you made me that was primitive with the salt box house. How about you make me some primitive and or country farm theme Christmas ornaments? Yes, the moment I have been waiting for. So I'm onto that this year. I already bought a tote to put them in with a little red lid and handle so I can put them in there as I make them. And that gives me something to look forward to. So basically, my life is my grandchildren, my hobbies. I love to go to the gym. And my faith in God. I pray every day. And people think, oh, that doesn't make you special. It absolutely does not. But it makes me happy. And my students ask me, Miss Pennington, why are you so happy all the time? I am happy because I live a happy life. Do I have the best car, the best house, and grand vacations and all that? Absolutely not. I live a very simple life by myself, doing what I love to do. Now, I would love it if I had someone to share my time with. You know, I need somebody who works a lot of hours because when he's at work, then I could, do my hobbies and then we could meet in the middle later. So far, that has not happened. But God has a plan for me. I know that he does. And I really think that YouTube was part of the plan. Because back in the 90s, I kept thinking, oh, I just want to do something with my skills. I just want to have a shop or I want to sew for people or, But this has actually worked out much better because I knew a lady that had a beautiful primitive shop. And I was so jealous. It was so wonderful. Her husband backed her on it. He bought her the things and helped her set up the shop and made her all the stuff. And I thought, wow, wouldn't it be nice to have somebody that supported you in your endeavors? But then she's like, Erin, it's not all it's cracked up to be. She said, I never have time to create because I'm always at the shop. I never have time to just sit down and sew something because I'm always at the shop. And she ran it for a lot of years and then finally she closed it. And it was disheartening to those of us that love the environment that she provided because it was so beautiful and so cozy to go in there. But I'm sure that her hands are busy now that she doesn't have to deal with that responsibility. And I'm sure that her husband is still supporting her in her endeavors, which I think is just wonderful. So I watched the Saltbox Stitcher and her husband's all in and he lets her buy all the things and get everything framed and he videotapes her. And I think, wow, how wonderful is that, But I'm not afraid to do it on my own. It's just sometimes I wish I had help. But I am so looking forward to the new year. As a teacher, I live my life in semesters. And I like that because there's always, another quarter. And we're always planning that quarter and those goals and doing this and doing that. And it forces me to be a goal setter. And it keeps me on the straight and narrow. So that's enough talking for today. If you like my video, please like and subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and come back for more projects in the future. And hopefully next weekend, If my items are framed, I'll have a new floss tube for you. Thank you for stopping by.